or some game we just experienced. Welcome back to the channel of Pro Enzo Vids. Tonight's video is my thoughts on the debuts of 3 Roosters players. We had Robert Toia, we had Salesi, Foketi, and we had Taylor Losalu all on debut for the Roosters in their awful loss to the Broncos at Allianz Stadium, losing 50 points to 14. First and foremost, that's a terrible way for the Roosters to start the year. Look, it might be a long year for them, in all honesty. It's obviously a feel-good story for these 3 players to make their debut for the Roosters, but in all honesty, it might be a long year for the Roosters because of who they've lost and going for a real rebuild phase, I guess you can say. So, but Broncos are on. Broncos were very good, and it would not shock me if Broncos are there. I mean, look, it's early days, but they are right up there with Storm and Penrith when they're fully fit and playing well, I reckon. So we'll see what happens. But obviously the debutants for tonight all did their job. I thought the best one out of all 3 was obviously Robert Toia, but the other 2 weren't too bad. Don't know their names as well as Robert Toia because I've heard of Robert Toia's name since 2023. That's when I guess Roosters fans and other people that watched Junior League all sort of saw him in the way he played and just were really impressed with what he was doing as a youngster. But ACL injuries and other injuries have prevented him from debuting earlier. It was good to see Robert Toia get his go, I guess, and have a crack. And look, he was very close to scoring a few times, I thought. He gave Ben Hunt and that left edge of the Broncos a really hard time sometimes, I thought. He runs the ball really hard. He reminds me of Dean Mariner a little bit, very similar, just strong with the ball in hand and very powerful. Obviously with more game time, I'm sure Robert Toia will get a bit more experienced and he should be a first choice centre for the Roosters, I reckon. I think looking at how he played tonight in a really bad Roosters team, he really stood out for me on debut. So hopefully Trent Robinson realises that and keeps Robert Toia going forward. He tried hard, looked pretty threatening. He's played for the under-19s Queensland side before too. He has a bit of a good rap early on too. So, hopefully it's the first game of many for Robert Toia, which I'm sure it will be. As for the other bloke, Salesi, Foketi, like I said, don't know his name all too well, but I heard pre-game Trent Robinson talking on Channel 9 about the other 2 guys, the forwards. Foketi from Auckland, I think, young forward. Look, he looked all right with the ball in hand sometimes, big body, which Roosters are probably lacking a lot now with no Linu. Well, Linu was out, so they're always going to miss that aggression and whatever. But, obviously Roosters 4-pack very inexperienced, so these guys that are young playing can only do so much. But, he played all right, I thought, had some good touches in there, made some decent runs, made some meters, I guess you could say. So all he can do is, look, the loss is pretty terrible for a debutant. Don't worry about that. But I think, he'll come back hopefully with his head up high, knowing that he played first grade and NRL. And I'm sure he'll be right for next game if he does get selected again. And as for the other one, Taylor Losalu, or Losalu, look, he played all right. He's very similar to Foketi, I think. Very similar looking players too, actually. Very identical, but both are forwards and different players, obviously. But he played all right. Another one from New Zealand, I think. He can only do so much. He can only run the ball hard enough to really try and test the Broncos pack around. I mean, he made some hard runs, like Foketi. Both of them, came on with some impact early on, but I think just the rest of the Roosters team was low on energy, and then their energy sort of unfortunately mixed around with that. And I think just knowing the Roosters, how they were going, the Roosters, I just think no one was really keen to have a crack apart from James Tedesco. Obviously, Tedesco really carried the Roosters tonight, I thought, in a terrible side. But look, I know it's really tough to see these 3 guys have a loss like that on debut. But as I said, hopefully they'll all keep their heads high because I'm sure that there'll be better wins ahead and better moments for them in their NRL careers going forward. But what did you make of their debuts tonight? Let me know in the comments down below. But as always, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and have a good rest of your night.